Yo, what is going on, guys? You got Glop, and we are here for week 3 of the Draft Jam. This week, we're going up against fellow captain Endless, a player who I've interacted with over the years in draft, but never really gotten to know and never had the chance to battle, so I'm quite excited to have this opportunity. Looking at Endless's team, he's got a roster of Pecharunt, Urshifu Rapid, Screamtail, Donphan, Skarmory, Ogerpon Hearthflame, Metagross, Zoror Kisui, Conkeldurr, and Araquanid. His Terra captains are going to be the Urshifu Rapid and Zoror Kisui. At initial glance, I recognize that Urshifu is going to be one of the biggest threats for our entire team. It outpaces the majority of our roster. Surging Strikes and Close Combat are very strong coverage into our team, so we're going to need to rely on defensive Terras and good positioning to not lose too many members to that Pokemon. His Pecharunt is also an issue, seeing as how it's quite difficult for us to break through. We have Pokemon like Keldeo and Iron Bundle that can pressure it with special attacks, but if he invests on the specially defensive side, it is going to be very annoying, being able to spread status through Malignant Chain and getting momentum via Parting Shot. And lastly, I think Araquanid could be an issue if it does decide to come. It is primarily the only Pokemon that stops our Keldeo from clicking buttons, and Sticky Web can be annoying if I'm not able to manage the hazard game effectively. That being said, we do have some strong pieces in this matchup. I think that Keldeo has an amazing offensive matchup. If you look at his team, he's only got 2 water resists, and one of them is likely to potentially tear out of its water typing if it elects to use the defensive type to find setup opportunities. Our Iron Bundle, of course, is very strong in this matchup. Hydro Pump and Freeze Dry hits everything for great damage, outside of maybe the Screamtail or the Pecharunt if it elects to be specially defensive. And finally, our Mandibuzz has a very strong defensive matchup here, able to keep a lot of Pokemon in check through the usage of Foul Play. If Urshifu Terras, then the only Pokemon in his team that resists Dark would be the Conkeldurr. So with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the team builder. Alright guys, and we are here for the team builder. So our first member we're using is Mandibuzz, and I've decided to run a Choice Scarf set. A little bit unorthodox, but I'll explain my thought process. We've got speed for Adamant Metagross, so we can outpace that if he's running some random Hail Mary Choice Scarf set, but also conveniently, that speed does allow us to get the jump on Ogerpon Hearthflame as well as the Screamtail. We do have standard defensive investment. The idea is that if this Pokemon gets knocked off, we can use it as a normal utility piece, but if he's playing a more offensive game, we can adapt by probably catching him off guard. If we switch into this hard on a Swords Dance, or maybe after Urshifu's gotten a KO, he might not expect to take the Foul Play, and we can get a surprise KO. Our next Pokemon is Archaludon, meant to be our main pivot into the Pecharunt. We could basically just use it as an opportunity to spread Thunder Wave and get up Stealth Rock. I don't envision Donphan will come to this game, seeing as how I don't have an electric type and it doesn't check a lot of my team effectively. So I think that Archaludon would be quite annoying for his roster to deal with. The next Pokemon we have is Glimmora, and I think that this will be our dedicated lead in this matchup. Glimmora has a very strong offensive matchup. There's very few rock resists on Endless's side, and if we position this thing correctly, we should be able to basically pin and force a KO on any Pokemon, or force significant damage onto an Urshifu Rapid if it decides to come in hard on the Glimmora. And it also is going to be our lead. If it is a Sash Araquanid, I can live with losing this Pokemon. That's fine, because at that point we've effectively denied webs. And if it is not Sash, it might not see the Meteor Beam coming, and we can pick up a KO. The next Pokemon we have here is Keldeo, and this is just going to be our main breaker. We've got speed for Urshifu Rapid, and then we have a little bit extra into our bulk. This is just meant to click its stabs, get as much damage as possible, click the right move for the appropriate situation. Pretty straightforward. Next Pokemon we have is, and wouldn't you know it, surprise, surprise, the third week of Choice Scarf Iron Bundle. This Pokemon is just meant to mainly clean up Endless's team once we've gotten the appropriate chip on everything. It can also be used to revenge Urshifu if it gets a speed boost through Trailblaze, and also the Ogerpon Hearthflame if that gets a speed boost through Trailblaze as well. Encore is just nice to lock Pokemon such as Pecharunt or Screamtail into recovery or utility moves so that the rest of our Pokemon can take advantage of that. And our final member here and our Terra captain this week is going to be Cresselia. We're running a Terra Grass set to help take on hits from the Urshifu Rapid, and we have a decent amount of special attack investment for the purpose of getting enough damage on Urshifu such that even if it's a bulky set, it'll be in range of most attacks from the remaining members of our team. We've got Future Sight because it doesn't really have a good Dark type, and we have Grass Knot, of course, like I said, that strong stab move to hit Urshifu if it goes with a Terra Water set, and then we have Lunar Dance as a way to bring back one of our either offensive or defensive pieces, depending on what might be more valuable at that point in the game state, and allow them to have a second chance. So that's it for our team builder, guys. We will now get into the match itself. This is kind of weird. I got a weird like sensory with my my audio right now because I have my one earbud in. I lost my other earbud, and just the game audio sounds kind of weird. So I might take these headphones off at some point. I'm not really sure, but we're here for the battle. We're going up against Endless. Not exactly what I expected. A little bit different from some of the mocks I had been seeing. Don't like seeing this Rourke. That is really lame to play against. So we might get cheesed by that. No Screamtail is pretty good for bundle. I think that means that Freeze Dry, Ice Beam endgames are a lot easier. Let me go back and just double check what his Terra types were. It's Water Urshifu and Electric Zoroark. Okay. Electric Zoroark is actually an amazing bring here because Choice Spec's electric move kind of just deletes the whole team. That's really smart. I do see the Arachnid though, so I want to lead with Glamora, I think, and then just play it from there. So that's what we'll do. Fuck. That? Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Because I was counting on it being its usual type so that I could hit it with Foul Play, so I really like this prep from Endless. So good luck to him. May the best man win. We'll see what happens. Let's just take our time, focus on our lines of play, and we should be good. So we're going to see a Donphan lead. Not pretty. Not pretty at all. All right. I can already tell I'm going to get annoyed by this, so probably just going to take this off for now. So, bit of a rough spot. Obviously, rocks could go up turn 1. Could be an EQ coming out. I don't mind going Crest and getting my Mega off, or getting my Terra off early. That could be pretty good. I don't like the idea of going into Mandibuzz because I do like keeping the Choice Scarf on that Pokemon. But obviously not a great position to stay in. Dying to EQ would be pretty stupid, I think, early. So losing Rocky Helmet would be really bad. I'm not gonna lie, I don't get information on Urshifu. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and make this play. We can actually go for a Future Sight. I really should have wrote down his team. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do that. I'm sorry if you hear the clutter of my desk. It's quite a mess. Oh, it's not done. Well, that's rough. And you know what the worst part is? I don't even have my calc open. So that's how you know I'm trolling right now. So let's try to get that open. Let's get my team in there. I want to say that that's specs. We'll pivot into Mandibuzz for sure, but I gotta calc this. That's really bad though. Not gonna lie, that is really bad. That's probably the worst thing that can happen turn 1. And it seems he is on my balls already with this double switch. Nice play by Endless. Okay, I do have my custom sets in here now, which is nice. Petron's on the field. Could just go for a parting shot. It's probably the most likely case. Either way, I'd like to just go for a U-turn here. Go out into my Child now, should be fine. But now I know that Donphan is the disguise guy, so that's good to know for sure. Stealth Rock going up early should be really important. Let's go ahead and jot down his team. He's got Donphan, Petrorunt, Shifu, parting shot, yep. Rourke, Ogre, and what? Something else. It'll come to me eventually. I can just look at the list, it's fine. So, not great positioning. We're actually really on the back foot here. I heavily dislike our position, but I don't think it's the end of the world. It's just that it's not pretty. So this is going to be Zerork again. I'm tempted to just get up my rocks. I'm just worried about Specs Focus Blast rocking my shit. Although I do think that the Shadow Ball lock is a lot safer, realistically, or like a Hyper Voice. I don't think I die to the attack, so I'm going to check that. We got 36 seconds. Specs would kill us. Let me just try to confirm if that was Specs on Crest, though. It was not Specs on Crest. So we actually would live this. So that's good to know. Let's see if I can find his last Pokemon. It is a Araquanid. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get up the Stealth Rock here, I think. Oh, this actually is Donphan. Okay, well... Bro, you're playing me. You're playing me right now. You're trolling me. Rocks for him are also going to go up. The annoying part is that he can just remove these. I think I like trading down into Donphan, though. It opens up for my Glamora, so I don't hate that per se. We do have a Citrus Berry as well, so I'm just going to go right for the Flash Cannon. Looking like a Spadef Donphan. We will get our boost, though, which is quite nice. So, not the worst position for us. Also, I do have speed in this such that I should outspeed it again. So, I think I'm fine just going for another Flash Cannon. It's like pretty strong into his team, admittedly. I'll Thunder Wave Araquanid if that comes out. So, let's get information on Donphan. Could be Citrus Berry, perhaps. Earth Power. Well, I do have a lot of Spadef. Yeah, so that doesn't do a ton of damage. But the drop does mean that he will KO me with the next one, so that sucks. I don't know that my body press kills. Let me check. Let me just calculate how much +2 would do. I believe I'm just at +2, right? I can hit Y to check status. +2 into Donphan. Because he looks like he's Spadef low-key. If he's Spadef, it looks like I can get the roll. Do I really want to risk that right now is kind of my question. I could just Earth Power and die with the rocks. How much is Flash Cannon doing? It's looking like he's a lot more Spadef. I do think there's a chance Body Press can kill. So I'm actually going to go for it. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. Okay, so definitely a horrible start for us. Let's we're not out of it, but it's not good for sure. So I want to say we get a heal off with Cress. Seems good to me. It's just annoying letting his Zerork onto the field. Future Sight is also pretty free. Spadef drop really sucks. We would have been able to just win that exchange, but it is what it is. I don't think Meteor Beaming with you is correct at this point in time. Freeze Rat in game is still very much in our grasp, so we just need to play to that. I don't hate going Keldeo and Surfing. Because if Araquanid comes in, I can go into Mandibuzz. And I can just get a defog off, probably. I'm gonna go Keldeo, but the problem is if he's Custap. That's the annoying thing, right? And I do think Custap is pretty likely. Like, I'm almost certain this is gonna be Custap. So this might be Troll, but I really would like to Vacuum Wave here because I do not want to take an Endeavor. We're going to go for it. He's going to withdraw. Okay, so maybe this is just Araquanid. Yeah, it is going to be Araquanid. So this is where things get ugly, unfortunately. I had to scout for Custap. He's probably preserving Custap, realistically, is what this tells me. Rough position, for sure. I'm going to go Mandibuzz here. I do think I need to defog immediately, assuming he sets up webs. But right now, it's looking really bad. Ogerpon kind of just floors us at this point, so this is really good prep. This is really good prep from Endless, I think. Donphan is not something that I played a lot against in my mocks, so... And Earth Power was a great call in his end, for sure. It just sucks that he got Split F drop, but I could have played around that. I could have just pivoted into, like, Cresselia, so that's on me for being... admittedly a little bit panicked, and I think that was just a poor judgment call on my end, so... I still stand by the Vacuum Wave play, just because if he wanted to Endeavor, he definitely could there. I don't think Surf netted me a huge positive gain. He really can't Liquidate for free, though. It's kind of a problem, so we'll see what happens. He's going to switch out. Okay. Into Calamity. Okay. So, I don't hate the idea of going for Foul Play here. It's pretty strong in the majority of his team, admittedly. Petron is going to be a problem, though. But I think I'm going to Foul Play here as he swaps out. What would you be going into here? Is this a Rourke or is this Donphan? Probably just a Donphan sec? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So he doesn't know that I'm Choice Scarf, so this can still be information we can play to our advantage for sure. Especially if he goes into like Urshifu, I might just elect to hit that thing, but we'll see. I could also just sack the Cresselia. That's a pretty reasonable play to make. So we got a couple options. But yeah, he doesn't know I'm Scarf, which is kind of nice. The rocks being up is definitely hindering our progress here. We do need damage on Pecharunt so that we can win with our goat. Pecharunt is really safe for him to do, yeah. So I think I will just go into Glamora. He could just Parting Shot here, which would be a good play, but I don't think that he will. I think he's going to expect me to maybe defog, and he'll try to get a poison on me with Malignant Chain. That, to me, would make a lot of sense. So I'm going to take this offensive approach. We'll see if it works out for us here. Oh, is it some work again? Dude, I forget how this mechanic works. This guy is actually abusing. I'm actually getting abused right now. Like, this is insane, bro. Oh, that's really fucking terrible. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna lie. The fat lady's singing. The fat lady is singing for sure. I think he's gotta be, like, worried about Scarf or something. I don't have a switch at this point, realistically. So, I gotta hope he switches. But he's probably just Terra Blast, Scarf, Electric, and I get fucking tossed here, which is, like, fun. Which is really fun. I have to sack this, unfortunately. Yeah. So, damn. Endless, dude, I didn't see this coming. So, Rourke is definitely troll as fuck on Wi-Fi, that's for sure. Definitely getting put in the blender here. So, it's going to be Crest, it's going to be Heal, it's going to be Terra Grass, he's going to go Ogerpon, and I'm going to get blown up, probably. Is Lunar Dance ever a play? I don't think so. Is Iron Bundle ever a play? Like, Iron Bundle and Ice Beam? And hope that he doesn't know I'm Scarf? Because I'm pretty sure he's Scarf. So, I can go for the Ice Beam and hope that he doesn't know I'm Scarf. The problem with going Cresselia is just that I'm going to let in the Ogerpon. And then what do I do next turn, right? I can hope that he Sword Stances, but he should just Cudgel. Does... I'm gonna go Cresselia because I think I'm gonna need some healthy members to potentially win this game. Pecharunt pretty much wipes me down though at this point. I'm not gonna Terrasilize. I'm just gonna go for the Moonlight here. But I need to see if Mandibuzz dies to Ogerpon. I don't think it does. Yeah, Cudgel would not kill us. So we can go into it, and if he SDs and messes up, we can kill him with Foul Play, which would be really nice. And that could be one of our ways out of this. So he's going to go out into his own Pecharunt. Okay, yeah, that's fair. However, I can just put up a Future Sight now, so I don't hate this, per se. It's just that Malignant Chain, unfortunately, is free into our team right now. So we're going to go ahead and set up a future sight. I don't even know if Lunar Dance would be good for anything, but we'll see. Yeah, Malignant is very free. Poison is likely to happen, so... No poison, okay. Probably just want to Moonlight again. And then we're going to have to figure out what to do from there on. It's definitely going to be a bundle endgame. That's what we're playing towards. No poison on 2 is crazy. So obviously he's not going to stay in here. It's going to be a parting shot that comes out. Likely into who, though, is the question, right? I mean, Creature Sight kind of fucks somebody up, realistically. I'd like to stay on top of this thing by, I think, going into Mandibuzz. The problem is that I don't think the Future Sight kills O'Rourke, and that would line up a kill for Terra Blast. So that position is not ideal for me. A Rakwind coming out is probably the more likely scenario here. That helps with Keldeo for sure. Him going Ogre, like, is a play, but I don't think it's super likely. I think I'm going to go for Moonlight and just keep myself healthy. I think that's what I like the most here. Looks like it's going to be a Rakwind coming out. Yeah, this should still do a decent chunk, though. And if this doesn't have bug coverage, you definitely are walled by me, so that's nice. I can also defog the Sticky Web later on, so let's see what happens. That did nothing. This guy is AV out the ass. Oh boy, oh dear. So we're gonna set up another one. We'll learn if he's like lunge or something. I do think he's walled by me, so like I can afford to just kind of stay in through these sequences. If he hits me with a physical attack, obviously we'll get some Rocky Helmet Chip. That'll be nice. But that is definitely AV, which is the prep for Keldeo. Sucks if we weren't able to keep up rocks, obviously. He's gonna swap out again. Okay. See what comes out here. Wild comes out. Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. Reasonable play. I think we're just gonna Moonlight. Trick could be an option. Would you be willing to sacrifice your Choice Scarf? I think the answer is no. I think it's more likely that you're gonna go for just a Shadow Ball. So I'm gonna Moonlight once. Yeah, maybe Shadow Ball. Okay. Does a lot. No Spadaf drop is quite fortunate for us. I don't think getting rid of these rocks helps me. I don't know that there's any calc that Bundle like doesn't care about, right? If I go Mandy, I'll Shadow Ball again. I can Roost. Or I could just go for a foul play because that should line up a kill. Is that better? Gotta think about this a little bit. If I go for... Because he wants me to Terra Grass. That's what he's aiming for. If I go Mandibuzz, try to get a kill, I don't think that helps me long term. I think I need this for Ogre Pawn still. So I think I'm just going to Moonlight again. I'm going to swap out. Okay. Who's coming in this? Is it going to be a parting shot angle? No, it's just back into Rakwind. Okay. I almost wonder if it's time to just start going with Terra Grass. It's just that Petulant is going to be a huge problem. Future Sight's going to come out. Yep. Okay, so we can just sight up again now. Back to these O'Rourke, potentially. It's a losing battle, but it's one that I'm willing to play out, so... Cresselia does have him kind of pinned. Obviously, if he got the Toxic Chain, like, this was a very over game. So... Gonna be wild again, yep. I still think giving up your Scarf is a threat. And I'm actually willing to let Crest take it, to be honest with you. I don't mind that, so I will Moonlight again. Yeah, he's just gonna Shadow Ball, makes sense. I think we want to call the double this time, because he's not going to let this thing take a hit. He knows that this is too important. He's going to go back to Araquanid. So if we go into Mandibuzz and we defog, that's pretty decent for us, because rocks are gone forever. So I think I like that. We'll defog on Araquanid. The problem is if webs go up, we're like turbo cooked. But, oh no, it's AV. What am I saying? Webs can't go up. So yeah, rocks will be gone. Field will be clear. That might create some openings for us. So, gonna be a switch back into probably Araquanid, right? Calamity. Who was that? Oh, Ogerpon. Well, this works out either way, I think. I mean, this thing taking a Future Sight is really good for us, because that's putting it in range of Iron Bundle, so... Definitely, like, still a game, I think. I don't think Foul Play kills. I can if he's no bulk, but it's kind of silly, right? I think he knows that I want to defog. The problem is that if he just goes Petch, I'm, like, super fucked. I really have to get plays right here, unfortunately. I think I'm going to defog. And we're just going to see what happens. He's going to switch out. Probably Petch. Yep, it's going to be Petch. Okay. Rocks are gone, but Malignant Chain is still very much alive and thriving. So the thing is, I can go Keldeo, I think, because if he poisons me or whatever, I can Lunar Dance later on, which might not be a terrible situation for me. The problem is I have no good way to pressure this Araquanid right now. That's really the big issue for me. So, I'm gonna have to go Keldeo, unfortunately. Not a pretty game, for sure. Party Dance. Okay, I don't hate that, per se. That doesn't really accomplish much. I mean, if it goes back into... I'm gonna Calc Zoroark, because I might live that, to be honest with you. Let's see if Keldeo lives that. Keldeo can live this. Just gonna be Ogerpon though. Okay. I think this is just a switch for Mandibuzz. And then assess the situation from there. If he Sword Dances, we can just Foul Play. Throw this. It doesn't help you. It definitely doesn't help you. I mean, I like just Foul Playing here, I think. Because I shouldn't die. Roost would be like a really good play. But I'm really bad, is the problem. I think we're gonna Foul Play. Let's not get too overzealous here. Because I do need damage on this Pokemon. I'm wondering if Petron is Fizzed. If Petron is Fizzed, the sweep is easier to achieve, thankfully. We'll get information out of here for sure, right? Casper. Oh, cheap. Okay. I mean, this is just a switch in for Cresselia now, so we'll go ahead and do that. Really wish I could get Roost off more consistently, but it's pretty difficult. We'll learn if he's Punching Glove here, right? Okay, yeah, no, yeah, so he's definitely... Oh, he can't tear it either, so I Giggle Wall this, which is kind of funny. The question is if he would like to... The question is if he would like to taunt here. What would you do here? Like, realistically, you would, like, switch out, probably. Or U-turn. U-turn is pretty drawback free. I'm pretty sure, I mean, that is Punching Glove. We know it's Punching Glove, so he's not locked in. So... Taunt would be annoying for sure. If I Terra Grass Grass Knot... You turn into Ogerpon would just be like devastating at that point, though. I think I'm gonna Future Sight. Yeah, that works. That works. Obviously, I wish I Terra Grass now and killed this, but it's not the end of the world. We can just Future Sight. So, are you committed to staying in at this point? That's my question. I don't think my Grass Knot kills Urshifu. With Terra Grass, if he's no bulk, we can actually kill him. But if I Terra Grass, that's a big commitment. That is a big commitment for sure. It means that Ogerpon is more difficult. Trailblaze is ever threatening. I really gotta think about this. This is making me think, man. I'm just gonna let it rip. Fuck it. We'll see what happens. If he goes into like Arachnid, we should get some decent damage on it. I think Arachnid's kind of heavy. I think. We'll find out, won't we? Guys, it is 80 base power on Arachnid, so we're gonna be doing 6 damage. He does strikes though, so okay, so we'll kill this here. We will kill this. The problem is that Trailblaze Ogerpon is our enemy at this point. So this might kill. We'll find out right now if he's bulky or not. Okay, I mean that just KOs raw, and Future Sight's coming out next turn. So if I go Mandibuzz, he can't Trailblaze twice because 2 Trailblazes won't KO me, and I don't think Cudgel KOs me still. I still don't think that it'll kill me yet. So maybe not all hope is lost. We shall see. It is Ogerpon. Okay. Let me calc right now, see what how much the Ivy Cudgel will do. It does 177 max, and I'm at 175. Trailblaze twice. He can never. He'd have to Trailblaze into Cudgel, right? Is it ever worth sacking Cresselia? That's our question we gotta figure out. Future Sight is one of my only ways of pressuring Petron, though. But I have Keldeo to pressure it, too. Okay, let's make note. Donphan is gone, or Shifu is gone. Okay. Arachnid's at 50. Ogerpon's at about 50. Zork's full, Petron's full. If I go Mandibuzz, he Trailblazes. And then Cudgel would kill. I'm gonna go Mandibuzz just raw, I think. If he Trailblazes, nice play. I'll probably just have to sack Mandibuzz. He just Cudgels, okay? Live on 1, my goat, okay? So the thing is, he should just see that he's got a kill. Like, surely you just go for Trailblaze trying to kill this, right? That makes sense to me. So I'm gonna go for my Scarf Foul play. If you go Petron, dude, you're just better. You're just better. I don't know what else to say. Scarf Mandibuzz. Okay, Scarf Mandibuzz. Huge, 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 huge. The crazy tech. Okay. Okay, okay. Still a game. Still a game. So, probably Zork comes out here. I'm probably forced to sack. It's going to come down to what Petron... If Petron is Spadef, probably cooked. I wish I had more information on the fucking... The Shadow Ball damage. I wish I had wrote that down when I got hit. That is 100% patch. That is 100% patch. So, like... If I go hard Keldeo... So I could just sack this, because I don't really need this for anything. It's really done its job. I can get information, actually, which might be more beneficial, low-key. Because I'm pretty sure that's Zork is Scarf. so let's go for foul play. Let's get our information. It did a considerable amount, meaning that it's especially... Okay. Okay. That's harder for bundle, but... Let's run some calcs. Iron Bundle versus Petulant. If you're especially defensive. Oh, we're fucked. Iron Bundle does 25 with Freeze Dry. Bro. Fuck. If I go Keldeo and double, I would want to double into probably Cresselia on the Araquanid, and then suss it out from there. Or that tracks in my head. Yeah, I like that. Because I'm sure Endless is good enough to know that if he sacks this, that it's Johnson. It's fucked for him. So I think he's gonna go Araquanid. Because the way he sees it, he can just go Araquanid, and then he can, if I kill him, whatever, he can just go for Terra Blast Electric. So I'm gonna hope this double works out for us. Recover, you bastard, you fat bastard. Okay. Putting a sight up is still good. Does Malignant kill me? Probably does. Cresselia, Petulant. There's no rules where I lived at. But I could probably PP stall it? I mean, how many do you have left? Oh, great. I just haven't been counting. Awesome. I think he's gone for like 3. He went for 2 on Crest. He went for 1 to kill my Mandibuzz. So, if I go back to Keld, we just start pumping, right? That's all we can do. I think that's all we can do. Fuck. Ah, it's so annoying because like we had him in a good spot, but if I pumped first and then doubled, that was probably more correct. No poison is crazy work. It's crazy work. I think we just start pumping, and we hope for the best. Because he's max BF. Yep. Okay. Yep. He just goes for chain again. Wait, that's pretty good for us, right? Crit. Oh, Keldeo, you little demon. We try to go for an Ice Beam sweep, right? So we just pump again. Because how much does Bundle do? Imagine we go for a fucking Hydro Pump. Bro, Hydro Pump sweep. A big Iron Bundle Hydro Pump sweep in 2025. Whew. What a time. Ah. Oh, he's Water Absorb! You demon! Fuck! No! That's fucked. That's fucked. That's fucked. If I go this, as he goes into Petron, he gets a recover off. Do I ever call his double? Is that ever a play? Like, him throwing and calling my Cresselia? I can sight... No, he can just chain. I don't see what Keldeo does at this point, then. Realistically. But healing this thing doesn't feel good. That's for sure. Against my better judgment, I'm going to swap. See what happens. If he switches, you got it, Endless. You got it. Like, you got it. You're the go. So, okay. That's acceptable. Moonlight initially is like... whatever. Because Petch is faster than Crest, unfortunately. I didn't put any speed on this. If I sight and then go hard bundle. No, that's definitely moronic. He would just come in, chain, get out, right? That's what he's going to do. He's going to come in, chain, get out. So, by Moonlight, that doesn't really help my case either. I think we got a future sight. I don't think any bug move kills this, is the thing. I really don't. Like, Giga Drain. Bro, are we trolling? Why are we trolling? Stop trolling me, bro. Stop trolling me. And it's just a free heal now. That's just a Giga free heal. And I don't care about Zoroark's Choice Scarf. That shit doesn't mean anything. What are we on, chat? What are we on? The thing is, Grass Knot is actually going to start, like, doing decent damage. Like, I don't know how much it does to Patch. Probably not. I don't think Patch is very... Patch is the lightest guy ever to exist, bro. Grass Knot's doing 1%. Holy shit, bro. Future Sight comes out here. We just Grass Knot. This is a slugfest of a game. Nice, a nice meaty 8%. I'd love to see it. Are you gonna go Patch finally now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Giga Drain is clearly for Iron Bundle. We just set that shit up again now. Is he just gonna like trade down? I don't get it. What's the play here? Patch come back in, heal up. Yeah, okay. Thing is, you can just chain. Like, you can just chain. I don't think you will, though. I don't think you will. Is there ever any play or ever any point in healing up my guy? Probably not, right? Even if I go bundle on chain and I get fucked, I can always Lunar Dance. So I think if there's ever a time to get this guy one, it's probably right now, is what I'm thinking. Because you recover, and now you exit, right? You exit to Araquanid. Because you can't let yourself... If you take this, you could Parting Shot. If I Encore him on Recover, as he Parting Shot... I don't think he's going to Parting Shot, though. I don't think he will. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's going to do it. Let's not get too crazy here, okay? Let's play it out normally. Do I two-shot? I think I two-shot with a combination of Future Sight. Yeah, we're gonna clip this guy, which is nice. So we'll get this KO here. Keldeo actually now, hold on, Lunar Dance into Keldeo might be my out, but lining up that position will be a little bit difficult. Let's think though, if he chains initially, so Petch is gonna come on after, I think. If he chains initially, we can actually win this game. Well, we can actually win this game. I'm seeing the vision. It's going to involve sequences playing around Malignant Chain, whether he recovers or attacks, and potentially getting off the Lunar Dance. Because now Keldeo is open. Like, the path for Keldeo has been cleared. Unfortunately, dude's sitting at like 5 HP, right? So that's not ideal. If Petch comes in... Well, I know that we don't kill Zoroark. I know that. Oh, hello, Zoroark. Hello, Zoroark. Nice to see you. We just go Cress. Hyper Voice shouldn't two-shot. Shadow Ball shouldn't two-shot. Trick would be a cool. But Future Sight is still threatening everything now. Wait, what? Did I get trolled? When did... Oh, this thing did recover, right? Am I like... I might be like... Oh, I might be tripping. Thing is, this game is still winnable. So, I think here we just Lunar Dance at this point. We're faster? I'm so confused right now. I'm like super confused right now. How are you slower? Dude, you intentionally slower? You gotta be. Because Cresselia is naturally slower than Pecharunt. Okay, so if I bring out my goat, I think it's going to come down to just pump it up nation. Like, we just have to pump everything and everybody to the moon, right? Because that's the only way we get through patch, is like hitting every single fucking Hydro Pump, unfortunately. Because Surf doesn't do enough. So we're going to heal up our boy, and then it's really going to come down to, can I hit a bunch of pumps? Oh, that animation was sick. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be mad about this loss if we lose the Hydro Pumps, because we got super lucky with Malignant Chains not poisoning. Like, stupidly lucky. We also misplayed really badly in the beginning of the game, so let me just take a second and think, like, because Surf can do over 50. Do I need to risk this Hydro Pump shit is the question. Like, do I need to risk this? So if Surf always does 45 minimum, Iron Bundle does 40 minimum with Pump. Like, Pump is the play if I'm just Thanos and I hit every attack. $60, $120, $70. You know what? You know what, guys? We took a risk with this fucking draft, so let's just miss all of our Hydro Pumps. Yeah. Parting shot is, I don't think, the play. I don't think that was the play. Unless he's going to go into Zoroark and he's going to come back into Petra, in which case, that is correct. I'm really, really surprised by that play. It does track logistically, but let's see. Because we live this, and we still kill this if we hit. So we just have to go for it. There's nothing else to click. If he goes back into Petra, like, tough. Yeah, okay, but I could go bundle an Encore is the thing, right? Yeah, that is a thing I can do, for sure. Because I can Encore him into Recovery. Which I believe he will go for. And even if he doesn't, if he kills Bundle here, I can Encore him into Malignant if he attacks, and then I just have to hit 2 pumps and I should win. So either way, this should be okay. Oh, this is coming down to some dirty plays, man. This is coming down to some dirty plays. I don't like this. Okay, because now we switch out and we definitely kill, what's his name? Fuck, I wish I counted how many recovers he had. I'm so stupid for not doing that. We go back into Keldeo. Oh my god. Dude, if we win this game, like, this shit is goofy. Would he just stay in? Because I can attack and then go back into Bundle and lock him in Encore again, right? Let's see what happens. He's going to keep Recover spamming. I wish I had a count of how many he went for, but I'm so dumb. One more turn of Encore. If I go back to Bundle and then double to Kel, does that ever make sense? Is there a downside to just pump still and just go for the pumps? Surf doesn't get us there. Pump and just keep pumping. Bro, the desire to play logically and optimally, but also that urge to just say, fuck it, I ball. Fuck it, I ball, dude. Sometimes with Keldeo, you just gotta put your nuts on the table, man. I'm just gonna keep pumping it up. Because if he fucks up and goes for Parting Shot, I think we can win. If I get a decent roll. But I gotta hit these. What an exciting game. It started really scuffed, and I mean, it's still, this is all yucky stuff, but this can be won. Oh, Keldeo, you bitch! But he still keeps recovering, which, okay, we're still in it, We just gotta hit, bro. We just gotta hit, little bro. Just hit, little bro. Because I think he doesn't have enough recovers to stall us out of pumps. I should start doing math on the iron bundle and the guy. This will work. Malignant chain, moment of truth, boys. Okay. I have to hit this pump. I have to hit this pump through the confusion, or it's game over, I believe. So this is just lottery 101, baby. Does the Rookasui die to Scarf Ice Beam? Good chance to if it's no bulk, but I think I will be a beast and just pump it. So we're going to go for the pump, and we're going to see what happens. Keldeo, come on, buddy. Come on, little buddy. You fucking idiot! No! No, dude. I mean, we can still keep pumping, but it's like... it's tough. It's tough. I don't think it's winnable, but I mean, there's no other play but to keep pumping. So we're going to keep doing it. Okay. Keldeo, brother, what are we doing? I don't know. You got him on hits? Do I die to this? Oh, fuck! Okay, what's most likely? Ice Beam Freeze or a crit? Ice Beam Freeze is more likely. The problem is that Ice Beam might not kill the guy. So... we gotta freeze, dude. Like, there's no other play. Shadow Ball. He must be out of the fucking move. So we can still win on a roll unless that happens. Dude, I need a crit. I need a crit. Please. Freeze! Oh my god, there's a chance. This game hates me. Endless. Good game to you, my friend. What a fucking roller coaster of a match. Honestly, guys, we made some dookie ass plays in the beginning. Definitely cost us. And we lined up the end game, I think, about as good as could be hoped for, as good as could be expected. So I'm not too mad about it, but that is sometimes how the cookie crumbles. Unfortunately, we're going to be down 1 and 2, but I have faith that the remainder of this Draft Jam season will go swimmingly without a hitch. So thank you all for watching. Until next time, I will see you. Peace.